I'm John Kohler from Sony, here to show you the differences between PSP 2000 and the current model. This in my right hand is the PSP 2000, the new model that will be launching this fall. This is the current model in my left hand. A lot of the aesthetic changes really pertain to the speakers, which have moved north, as you can tell here from the further south position. That aids a lot of the fidelity. The Wi-Fi switch has moved to the top from the side. You're able now to charge through the USB port on the new version. The ability of the buttons to react and the analog stick to react to your movements have been enhanced. But a lot of what you see here is great from an aesthetic standpoint, but the most important things are really on the inside that you can't see. There's extra RAM, double the RAM really, for increased loading times with most games. There's video out, which we can show here as well, which you can see here against the screen. And there's also basically a more fuel-efficient battery because of the way that the PSP 2000 has been produced. It allows for about 5 to 6 hours of battery life, but when you put the battery from the current version into the new version, you get about 10 to 12 hours, which really effectively doubles your battery life and should provide a really good experience for consumers. So I can show you the video out capabilities if you'd like right now. Basically, you can see that when you have it up on a screen, you do not have it on the PSP screen. You can switch that very quickly just by hitting the display button. So you can see there, if you'd like to put it back on the screen, you just hold the display button down for 5 seconds. It'll transmit up to the screen, and there you go. You're able to do a lot of things through video out. I think most important, though, is the ability to watch movies or videos in standard definition, 480p. So 720 by 480 is a great standard for watching very crisp movies. You'll see here at a conference, at our E3 conference a few weeks ago, we had it up on a 16-foot by 28.5-foot screen or monitor, and very little degradation in quality. You can see here that the resolution is very strong. This is a 37-inch monitor that we got it on here. The other thing you can do is watch memory stick video, and that's something, if you have a skateboarding accident or something that you want to put on your memory stick, you can certainly play that here. I think the beauty of this is really that if you're traveling and you're at a hotel, like we are here today, you can actually just place it, attach it into the monitor using the composite or component cables which are sold, and then basically utilize it that way, or utilize it when you're traveling, in cars or whatever, and you have a monitor in the back.
And in terms of the battery bay, you can there'll be an optional battery cover for the bigger battery.
It's a battery kit, so basically include the earlier PSP 1000 battery included with a battery cover, because if you notice here, the back of the PSP has changed. It's an enamel finish rather than matte, and it's more streamlined, more sleek, where the PSP 1000 had the bubble here, if you notice. So we need to emulate that with the battery kit. So that'll be sold separately this fall.
Okay. Right. Anything else you can think of?
I can show games if you'd like, just to see how that looks. Switch back here. So basically, on the game component, we'll take the Jet Li, the one disc out, and put in MLB 07, one of our top sports games. And basically, games are played at 480 by 272, which is exactly the same resolution actually you have here on the PSP. Mm-hmm. Let's bring this up to the full screen.
Essentially a mini PS2 on your TV.
Yeah, it turns the PSP into a console controller basically, and you'll see how that works here. But we're encouraging people to play outside the home. So for us, I think movies and videos are going to be really where most people use the video out cables. But games is certainly a great area to do it. So like you'll see here that ultimately the resolution is kind of letterboxed, and it looks great.
And the new PSP will cut down on the load times a bit on the game.
It will, yeah. So you'll actually notice that here a little bit. It's more apparent with games that require big chunks of memory to come over. So a lot of your RPGs or some of your action games, maybe a SOCOM, for example, or Final Fantasy, you'll notice the load times increase substantially. But with sports titles as well, you'll notice that basically anything that has to access the disc a lot is going to be helped out a lot by being able to bring more memory over into the system initially, and not have to keep going back to the disc. So you can see here, you've got the letterbox format, but again, you're able to play the game on a big monitor, and it's really a fun experience.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, of course. No problem.